Right, I stay mad. Bro, I'm so tired of the, like, you're... Honestly, like, I am really over it. But also they're public figures, and they're actually just, like, so sad and so pathetic, and they never say sorry and never take accountability, so I'll keep calling them out because they're public figures, and they should have some sort of remorse for really, really shitty actions because they're really, really shitty people. And hey, we give second, third, and fourth chances to shitty people who actually show remorse. You know, say so, at least like pretend, at least say sorry, but they can't, they physically can't. So I'll keep calling them out because they're actual shitty people. There's a cult. More will come out, more will be exposed, and I'm not gonna stop talking about it, ever, until they stop being shitty, but they won't. And I can, so deal with it. Honestly, like, I am really over it. But also they're public figures, and they're actually just, like, so sad and so pathetic, and they never say sorry and never take accountability, so I'll keep calling them out because they're public figures, and they should have some sort of remorse for really, really shitty actions because they're really, really shitty people. And hey, we give second, third, and fourth chances to shitty people who actually show remorse. You know, say so, at least like pretend, at least say sorry, but they can't, they physically can't. So I'll keep calling them out because they're actual shitty people. There's a cult. More will come out, more will be exposed, and I'm not gonna stop talking about it, ever, until they stop being shitty, but they won't.
So you say you're a man, you identify as a man.
I do identify as a man.
Why are you dressed as a female?
It's like my character. It's my job. It's like a drag queen, like man dressed as drag because I appreciate
You're
art and the aesthetic.
You're a man in drag.
That's how I look at it. It's like my job, right? Like I show my boobs for a
But you've
living.
always looked like that.
Yeah, because I've always done that. I've been a stripper since I was 15 years old. Like I've always done it.
But don't you see that trans people have a hard time taking that seriously?
Where do you feel like you're a man? Where?
Always inside, like always in my heart. Like I've always been, when I don't want the attention, like when I go out and stuff like that, I've always felt male from a very young age. Like it's not about like not wanting to play with Barbies or wanting to only be with guys and stuff like that. It's not like that at all. It's more of just the energy I feel. Like I get uncomfortable when people, like obviously it's my job, so now I'm like, oh yeah, talk about my tits all you want, but I've always been uncomfortable if people like talked about like me as a female, referred to me as her, like all that stuff like that. It was always uncomfortable. Even as a kid, I remember not wanting to go in like the girls' bathroom, and there's no way to explain it or describe it to someone who hasn't felt it. Like
because this looks like a person that doesn't want attention. This is a person who says that this is a person that's built their career off trying to get attention and being half naked.
Why do you? It seems that people who are trans have what's called gender dysmorphia. Dysphoria. I'm such an asshole. Sorry. And they attempt to transition to the opposite gender because that's how they see themselves.
Not all transgenders. That's just on the doctors, and gender is not sexuality. It's not sexual. It's not what.
That's just on the doctors. Oh, the people that diagnose people that have transgender and not posers trying to do clickbait. Okay.
You're assigned with at birth. That's not gender. Your gender isn't what's in your pants. Just because you have a penis doesn't mean you're a male.
Right. There's gender and there's sex.
But then the fact that you're
yeah.
trans male, it makes me think that you would want to look more like a male.
No. I like the aesthetic of a woman, but
so tell
I like the aesthetics of a woman. That's not what he said. She dresses, promotes, has gone on freaking YouTube to say that she's trans, dressed up like a man, and now she's saying that she's doing it because that's what she's based her career off of. She's admitted to being a stripper. This woman is admitted to selling herself for a first-class ticket on a plane. She's done sexual acts, but with the man.
Tell me what makes a male. What is it that makes you male? Like, what does that mean?
It's just your energy and how you feel inside. I've never been a woman. I've never thought of myself as a woman.
Who do you like? Who are you?
She does not look at herself as a woman. Can anybody else? Does anybody else have two eyes? Two eyes in your head.
Attracted to.
She's sitting there with her hair done, with a weave in, with her boobs out, what looks like lingerie on, the Playboy bunny hanging off her neck, with 17 pounds of makeup, but she feels like a man inside.
Sexual men. I've dated gay men.
Gay
a lot
men.
Of, yeah.
And do you think what would a gay man see in you?
I've dated a gay man for a year and a half.
But like, so what does he get out of dating you? Because you don't. I mean, you look like a female and you don't have a penis, so presumably.
It's just male. It's just the male energy. Like you're attracted to a male energy. Just like I've been attracted to transgender male to female, transgender female to male. I'm attracted to everything, but I haven't been with straight women. It's not that I'm not attracted to them. I just haven't been with straight women.
And so when you have relations with a gay man, what does that look like?
It kind of depends. I've had a few relationships, and it kind of just depends. A lot of like it can be pegging for sure, but also like we've had like vaginal sex.
When you say pegging, that means you're strapping on and then going into the ass.
It could be a strap on.
There's so many things wrong with this woman. Why is this woman still valid? We have a society that has built itself off cancel culture for years because people saying disgusting things and using an entire group of people to clout chase and to get views. This one person alone has said some of the most horrific shit. I don't mean in her past. I don't mean 30 years ago. People have been dug up off Twitter from 10 years ago to be canceled. This woman has said shit last week that should have had her canceled. Can show you video where she literally went on this same podcast they're doing now, Frenemies, where she said she couldn't stand all New Yorkers. Where he has a Lebanese, I think he's from Lebanon. Please, I'll correct myself if I'm wrong later. On the H3 staff. She thought he was, I believe, Palestinian. She says that. He says, no, I'm Lebanese. And she says, oh, it doesn't matter. It's all the same. It's all the Middle East. Where is these people at that cancel people over for the stupidest things I've ever seen in my life? But this woman is still out here making money off other people for saying them some of the most offensive, disgusting things I've ever heard come out of anyone's mouth, ever.
Or it could be anything.
What else?
Anything.
Any phallic object that.
And next I'll show you the video where she goes, I don't even know if it's in this clip, where she says that she didn't make any money off doing I came out as transgender, and he proves her a liar on air. She said, oh, that video wasn't monetized. That video wasn't monetized. On air, he shows where that video is monetized. She made like $8,000 off of it. Why anybody believes anything that comes out of this person's mouth, where she does video after video after video of shoving handfuls of food into her mouth for views, but then accuses someone of fat shaming her if they say anything about it. And then another video where she goes after James Charles for being a friend with a teenager and says all these kind of derogatory things to him, accusing him of being horrible things because he has a friend that's underage. But this is a chick that hangs out with Jeffree Star, who when it was in that band with that freaking guy, I have to think of his name, was canceled because he was grooming kids behind stage, going over to their houses, these like 15-year-olds. That's one of her. But the other one, Shane Dawson. Can anybody remind me of why Shane Dawson is right now hiding off backstage while his boyfriend does a podcast while Shane Dawson was canceled? These were her running buddies. And James Charles, who stayed out of it, got away from it, she's going to accuse him of having nefarious thoughts about being a friend with the underage person, yet she's running with them.
You've got around.
I've shoved up like cucumbers up people's butts. I've had candlesticks shoved up mine. It's just whatever.
Candlesticks?
Yeah.
Yeah. Great role model for you kids.
Okay.
The holders, not the actual stick.
You told me in the DMs when I asked you if you wanted to mukbang that you've already mukbang.
Thank you for clarifying. It was the holders. We needed to know.
Rotten pussy, so you're down to eat anything.
Oh my
Did
God.
I say that?
Yeah.
When?
And you sent that to a message.
To you?
Notice, by the way, how she's not came out as any kind of other personality. And by the way, after that trend was over, remember she came out as a multiple personality, DID. Because again, Anthony Padilla, I'll start saying his name wrong, and I'm sorry, Anthony, if I'm doing that. I have to Padilla. I'm sorry, but he came out, did a really successful video on bringing awareness to it. Then all of a sudden, Trisha Paytas has DID. Remember that? Remember? And now she says nothing of it. All of a sudden, all of her personalities apparently left her body when it stopped trending on TikTok and YouTube.
Okay, when I'm on Twitter, sometimes I'm a little drunk by myself and alone. So I think I just kind of say things.
Okay.
Like when
Have you mukbanged rotten pizza, pussy?
Yeah. I'm not a fan of eating out, but I will.
What's rotten pussy?
It's not washed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not rotting, but it's just not a washed. It's fine.
Great.
In some religions, people don't wash their vaginas. Like they're not allowed to for till Saturdays or something like that.
Yes. By the way, she just said that. Yeah. Oh my!
I don't want to offend anyone.
Jews.
It's not Jewish. It's another religion. It's not Jewish people. It's another religion of a girl that I know, and she can't wash till Saturdays.
And that's just her specific religion. That's just her, I think. She just.
If you can, write in the comments below what religion says that you cannot wash yourself until a Saturday, women. If anybody down there knows what religion is telling you can't wash your nether regions until a Saturday, please let me know. Please let me know.
I don't know. She told me it was her religion. I'm not educated enough on religions to know this. So
before we move off the trans
not
thing,
educated enough, but she speaks about it a whole lot, just like she does everything else. And remember, this is the same person that identified as a chicken nugget.
I got an email from a fan who identifies as a trans.
Okay.
And I want to read some comments that they offered. Okay. So here's the first part. Trisha mentions no feelings of gender dysphoria, which is the medical.
Yes, and I would love Ethan to have her sit next to someone that is actually transgender on this show and sit across from her and have a conversation, if that's what it would be. And what he says right here is body dysmorphia. Like most transgender people, and again, I'm no expert on this subject, by the way. I'm a woman, and I don't even like using labels like cis. I'm just a woman. I mean, do I have to say straight? I mean, if you identify as something else, I understand it. But anyway, but they don't like the body that they're living in. Okay, that's the definition of body dysmorphia, is from what I understand, from my understanding of it. And look at how this woman is currently dressed. And look at she's done some music video here within the last few weeks where she's literally walking around in a skimpy bikini with a song in the back. Does that look like somebody that hates their body? Or go watch any of her videos where she's half naked, and then go talk to an actual transgender person.
Condition that identifies someone who is transgender. If she were to go to a gender identity therapist and ask to medically transition, she would most likely be denied because she has no gender dysphoria.
Right. Well, I wouldn't say I don't have dysphoria. I hate having a vagina for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But
she hates having it. She just sells it on their OnlyFans site. She's just used it since she was a late stage teenager to get where she is in life. But she can't stand having it. She brags about all the different positions and stuff she's done. This woman is narcissistic, and I would believe her if she said she suffered from some form of psychosis. But body dysmorphia and can't stand her JJ when all she does is brag about how much she uses it.
As far as like getting a dick, I mean, a clit is an inverted dick, basically. You know what I mean? It's not. I have a penis just like you. It's just,
again, for her to even use that word clit as an inverted. Does she even know what it looks like? Does she even know what part of her body that is? It's not inverted. Oh my God.
little. I have a video from 2015 called like I have a 1-inch penis. Like I've always identified as
then how is it inverted if it's 1 inch?
having a penis. I do. A clit is a penis, so that's.
You can tell this person drives me absolutely mad that that we have people that want to become a. And I'm not about cancel culture, okay? I can't stand that this platform or any other wants to remove people because you don't like what they have to say. I think it's wrong. I think this is the country last speaking of free speech, and we better hold on to it with everything we've got, because that's what makes us a free country. But how this person is pushed and promoted and not. and it seems like she can do some of the most outrageous things to get attention. Is what she does, and then 2 months later, everybody forgets what she said about people, groups of people.
I feel like that's man enough. I don't need to have my full 8 inches or whatever. So I think I have a penis.
Okay, so then she goes on to say, she also mentions a weird fixation with gay men. In the past, she has been obsessed with gay men, which many find weird. This doesn't make her transgender either. It just means she is fetishizing homosexuals like a weirdo.
No, I'm dating men who are into men. Like,
but she's right. How is that not just having a weird obsession with gay men? What does that have to do with being trans?
because I am a male. Like, I guess if I was a female that like identified as female and was like, yeah, this is my pussy and don't fuck me in the ass and all this shit like that. Like, yeah, but my stimulation comes from the P spot, it's not a G spot.
So you're a trans male, but you're a trans homosexual male.
Yes. But I've dated straight guys, I've dated gay women, I've dated transgender women, I've dated transgender men. I've done it all.
Mm-hmm.
So I've never dated straight females. And I think they're more, I wouldn't say judgmental. It's fine if you're not into what I am, but a lot of straight females want penetration from an actual elongated penis. Mine's just tucked in.
Tucked in.
I can see that being an issue, although I see that. Okay, let's not get semantical. She goes on to say, her explanation of being transgender is wildly incorrect, and she should not be considered a representative of the transgender community at all. She continues,
Okay.
It hurts me to see Trisha talking about choosing your gender when you cannot, in fact, choose it.
Right.
Your gender is with you since birth. It cannot be switched or changed. The reason transgender people are transgender is because their gender doesn't match their sex. If I could change my gender to female to match my female sex organs, I would do it in a heartbeat because I would no longer have gender dysphoria.
Right. Well, first and foremost, I don't want to be a transgender representative at all. And that's why that was my issue with going on anything talking about it, because that's not, even doing that
the fact that she says this and then she did whole videos on YouTube talking about it, coming out as it, and then she's saying she didn't want to bring attention to it again. The amount of mind bending you have to do in order to listen to one sentence come out of her mouth versus the next one is amazing. Please give me my Olympic gold medal for people that are able to bend their mind as much as she weaves her words.
video. The reason I did that video is because I met someone at one of my shows in Toronto who was male to female, and he looked like a boy. He didn't wear skirts, he didn't wear makeup, nothing. Because he couldn't afford it, but he's like, I can't afford to even wear a denim skirt, but I'm still a female. And I was like, that's so weird, because that's exactly how I felt too. So I shared my story just thinking like, oh, I'm just gonna, because everyone comes to our shows like, you help me. So I'm like, I'm gonna just share my story. And that email, I respect it 100%. I get what that person's saying. I totally get it. I'm not trying to like convince anyone. But on the flip side of that, I've gotten so many messages of like, I feel the exact same way, of male to female, female to male, who are like haven't fully transitioned, but they feel female. Because when I was just on the doctors, like I said.
And how many of those people look like this? How many of those people that feel like they're female to male are walking around looking like this? And if she is, again, she's trying to say, well, this is my brand. This is what I look. Go back and look at how many videos she's done dressing as any other thing. She talks about cosplay. Oh my. Shut up. Just let some more go.
The doctor on the show said, like, when you're in the womb, there's all these chromosomes actually like floating around. Like, in fact, you could be male. Like, it could hit you. Like, it could be male, and you come out.
Oh my God.
Genetically female.
So you are
But you don't care about looking like a male.
I don't care about it.
Thank you, Ethan's wife. Thank you.
I think maybe later on in life. Right now, this is kind of my thing.
Back that
I don't
up.
know.
you are
But you don't care about looking like a male.
I don't care about it. I think
She doesn't care about looking like a male, but classifies herself as a transgender male. Where is the damn transgender community right now? The actual transgender community, not the transgenders, because that's a whole nother topic. And if you ever speak to someone in the transgender community, it's an outrage to them. The people, no, I'm not going to say them in a bubble because I'm not going to do that. But the conversations that I've had, and very limited, I will admit, with people that actually feel transgender, the one thing they say overall is, I just want to be treated as an equal and I want to be seen as the gender as I identify. They feel like it's success when they can walk out their door, and if it's male to female, that people look at them and see a female, or if it's a female to male, that they walk out the door and people see them as a male. They don't, no other special attention than that. There's people recognize them for the gender that they feel. And this idiot is going on this show saying that, oh yeah, I don't really care about looking like a guy, it just identifies. Where
I think maybe later on in life. Right now, this is kind of my thing. It's how I make money.
just,
It's
kind of my thing. It's how I make money. She has no idea the plight of people that actually feel the way that, oh God
like,
help us.
so for me, I don't care about looking like a male. I like the aesthetic of a woman. Like, I've always thought that. Even like naked, if I go to a strip club, I'd rather see a female stripper than like a male stripper. I just like the aesthetic.
That's the aesthetic.
But if I want to
Because being transgender is all about the aesthetic, for them it is, it's identifying as the other gender. Hello, the name transgender gender.
fuck someone, it's usually like I want to be either like fucked in the ass or like with a male. Like,
Oh my
but
God.
I will totally.
Yeah, that's it. She wants to be cornholioed, so that there yet the judgment gavels down. That's all she needs, because she likes that, prefers that way. That's what it is, guys. If you didn't know, if you like it in the dookie hole, then you are transgender.
Like be with females
Problem
too.
solved.
That's what I'm saying.
You
Gender and
prefer-
sexuality are not.
You prefer to
hand
be
in.
fucked in the ass.
As of lately,
Hmm.
I was always scared of it because I thought it was like a gay thing to do. You know what I mean? And then like lately, I realized
That's what
Do you understand how? Well, where's the offended people? Because everybody gets offended. What she just literally just said. She was scared of it because she thought that was a gay thing. Oh,
because I thought it was like a gay thing to do. You know what I mean? And then like lately, I realized
that's what you are.
that's where I get the stimulation. And I just recently found out that I was like, oh, I actually get more stimulated through anal.
Interesting. What do you think?
I don't know how to say it,
about
PG. I don't know. I don't want
What are
to
your
get
thoughts on
demonetized.
that?
I gotta find the video where he calls her
it
out.
seems completely unrelated to the.
To the gay thing?
Yeah, right.
But I just wonder what's the point of all these labels, because it's like, if I can get this straight, so you identify.
I want him to, want you look at the struggle, the eyes closed. My God, let me try and make this make sense. That is the world, right? You see his face? That's the rest of us. That's the rest of us trying to figure out this chick.
As a man, you're a drag queen, so that means you can dress like a female, but you're also a gay man, which means you can have sex with dudes.
Right.
But it seems like in a weird roundabout way, you're just trying to justify that you're that you are actually a female,
To justify it? No.
or
I'm
just
not.
to explain how you have sex with guys and you look like a
Sounds
female.
to me like you're just a female with a strong personality.
Thank you.
It's hard.
What is this? Like, hello? What? Oh, yes. Thank you. Do you know how many people right now? I was a tomboy growing up. My sister played with Barbie dolls. I love Tonka trucks. I love remote control cars. I love climbing trees, fishing, riding four-wheelers, all that. I was a tomboy. It didn't make me transgender. It didn't make me a lesbian. It made me a tomboy. I'm gonna back that. Please say that again. Please say that again. This chick, this wife. I don't mean chick. This man's wife is the rational person here. I mean,
No.
Or
I'm
just to explain how you
say it again.
have sex with guys and you look like a
Say it
Sounds
female.
to me like you're just a female with a strong personality.
not. It's hard to explain.
Hey, I'm sorry. I got to do this for the people in the back.
You're just a female with a strong personality.
It's hard to explain. No, I don't like being even referred to as like female, but I get that's what I look like, and I get that's what my thing has been
It's hard.
online.
I guess it's hard. It's hard to understand. It's a very
Right.
new territory we're on.
I just don't feel comfortable with being a female.
So should we really say he?
Should I refer to you as the?
Yeah, thank you. Where's that at? If she feels like she's a guy, where's her? Why does she have her pronouns on TikTok as she, her, or whatever? I could have swore I saw that. I got it. I pulled up something here. Let's see. I could have swore I saw that on her thing. She, her. Oh, now. Oh, wait a minute. They, them. She did a video where she said something about the they them thing. She thought it was talking. It sounded like plural people. I can find that one too. She, her. Oh my! And by the way, now she's engaged to a man, which is his wife, the woman speaking over her that's got her head on her shoulders. It's her brother. She's engaged to a man.
My guest is
He
he is a YouTuber.
That's fine. I think
help
for
me.
me, it's like,
But isn't that confusing to the audience? They're like, wait, what?
I think of it like this,
'Cause
right?
you look like a.
When Courtney Cox got married to Dave Arquette, she was Courtney Cox Arquette, right? So you could switch it, but a lot of people when they get married, they keep their
Ugh.
name. You know, they don't change their name. Jennifer Aniston was never Jennifer Pitt. She's Jennifer Aniston because that's what she's known as.
What
So
does this
for
have
me,
to do
I was
about
been known
being
as she all this
transgender?
time for
Mhm.
13 years on YouTube, and I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, to change it now, be like, actually call me him.
Mm.
That's totally fine if people prefer that, but like for me, it's not. To me, that's not a big deal. Like you said, I don't think labels is a
Not a big deal. Not a big deal for the transgender community out there. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. If you identify as or see yourself as a man, you're transgender, right? Man, that it doesn't matter. Yeah, that's nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with how you're identified. Man, it's just how flippant she is what she is shockingly annoying.
big deal. And even my coming out wasn't a big deal because me being a male shouldn't be a big deal. I'm still the same
Well,
person.
it
Her
is-
being a male shouldn't be a big deal. Do anybody see how this wacko is dressed right now? Do you see this? Does this look like a boy to you?
My coming out wasn't a big deal because me being a male shouldn't be a big deal. I'm still the same
Well,
person.
it is a big deal, though.
But why?
For a lot of people, it is a big deal
Thank
because
you.
they, unlike you, are uncomfortable with the way they look. So if it was me, for example, I would want to look like male, and
Right.
to make that transition is very hard, and you get a lot of
Yes.
judgment. So you are lucky that you're okay with your looks, but they are not. And then for you to come out and say I'm transgender, it kind of like cheapens their struggle.
But why? Because it's me. I'm not talking about anyone else. This is my story and my journey and my struggle that I've had my whole life, and it's awful to live as a male like
you
this.
don't have a problem with being referred to as she,
Right.
and you don't have a problem with how you look. So you don't
I
really
do.
have.
I have very many issues. I've had many
I mean,
surgeries.
No, as
she means
female,
with
as
with
female.
gender.
I do.
And we're
I
talking
do.
because you said that you're okay with your look. You don't care about looking like.
I'm not
men.
okay with it. I'm not ready to change because this is how I make.
Yeah, again, we can rewind the tape. We can rewind the tape where she said she didn't have any problems looking like a female. She literally has said it within the last 13 minutes. I'm sorry, 10 minutes. And now she sees how she's going to dance and dwindle and wind and braid her way back around like, oh, no. This is how I feel.
With your look, you don't care about looking like.
I'm not
men.
okay with it. I'm not ready to change because this is how I make money. Like I get made.
By the way, transgender video, it's being transgender doesn't matter. It's how you make your money. It's how you could not be transgender for a while as long as you're making bank, because that's how petty it is. Your thoughts on the subject. They're just, it's all about money. That's it. You have no struggles in life. If you were making money, I guess your transgender would just go right out the door. No, we put it on pause. We put your transgender identity on pause because your bank account.
Made fun of all the time. You've seen you talked about it. My tits, my vagina. Everyone roasts me on Twitter. Like it's one of those things. I'm not okay with it, but it's
Because you have them sticking out all the time and then say that you're a man. That you have body dysmorphia and yet your boobs right now are about to bust out. Transgender people will put binders on to flatten these suckers. It's so disgusting.
how I make money, so I put it out. It doesn't feel good to hear that about my vagina and how my tits and shit being fucked up. It is.
Well,
it's
that's
fucked up.
different. That's,
No, but I'm
Yeah,
saying
I'm not
it's
saying- I'm
that's
not saying-
different. A lot of women have one big boob, but one boob bigger than the other. If nobody knew that, your predominant hand that you usually use, the muscles that you use in order to eat with, write with, drive with, whatever, are usually firmer. Oh my God, this is oh my God. I mean, people are, oh my God, help me. Just
saying if you're happy
Right.
with your look.
I'm not. I've
not
changed my
saying
look.
that. I'm not saying that though. That's different. I don't like how I look. That's different.
Okay.
I'm talking about you being okay with looking like a female
But I'm not-
versus wanting to look like a male.
That's not what I'm saying though. Like my job, YouTube, Patreon, all that stuff is me looking like a female. Do I love it? No. Do I want to look like a male? No, I don't know. I don't know what that entails in the future.
So for most transgender people, it's a lot more crucial fight throughout their life than this.
Caitlyn was 60 when she transitioned.
Ugh. Caitlyn was also cross-dressing behind the scenes. Why again, too, does she throw out other people when they're talking about her as some kind of anecdotal example? They're talking about her, but like always, she'll spin it around to someone else to deflect.
Transitioned into the female aesthetic. So
Oh
her
my
whole
God,
life
help
she's
me.
invalid to be a female just because she looked like Bruce Jenner. Like, it's not, to say that is kind of
Not what
ridiculous.
they said. The minute she came out, she transitioned.
Like, I can transition whenever I
So
want.
she
if I'm
came
60
when
or-
she came out
You
as
can.
trans. She also transitioned to
Thank
female.
you.
at 60. So maybe at 60 I will.
But I'm just like,
Oh, help me. I'm trying. I'm sorry. But this, and I know I'm coming up with a bang, but this person has bothered me for a hot minute, if you can't tell, because I've got so many examples that I could show you of where she's contradicted in the hypocrisy that she has come out and she has said, the thing that she has done that is completely hypocritical.
explaining to you why the video that you made had such a backlash, because
But it's my story. I'm not saying, hey, if you're transgender, like, you should be uncomfortable. Like, you know what I mean? I get it. There's a lot of transgender people who are not uncomfortable with
think
their
they
birth
just-
body. I've
it's
met.
almost like
What? I'm gonna rewind this so the people in the back can hear what she just said. Well, we cranked up loud enough. Let me turn it just a tad bit. Sorry.
You know what I mean? I get it. There's a lot of transgender people who are not uncomfortable
I
with
think
their
they
birth
just-
body. I've
it's
met.
almost like you're
Let me-
just
They're not uncomfortable with their body. Transgender folks, again, where you at?
you just kind of like taking the easy way out and kind of being transgender because it's cool.
It's definitely not, because
Thank you. I'll amen to that one. There you go. I'm sorry. One more. We're gonna hear that again.
Taking the easy way out and kind of being transgender because it's cool.
it's definitely not, because if anybody dates me, like, let's say I'm a straight female and I only want to date guys, if they look up and see that I'm transgender, do you know how many men are turned off by that? So many men even ask me to this day when I go out with them, like, you're
If they look up and see she's trying, which video they're gonna find it in? Is it after the chicken nugget? She claims to be a chicken nugget, or when she says she doesn't identify a person anymore and puts a bag on her head? Which one? Or maybe the multiple personality disorders that she just cured herself of, apparently, because we don't hear about that anymore. Which one they gonna find that in?
sure you're not a man? Are you sure you weren't born a man? Like, that's so gross. There's so many trannies on Bumble. Like, that's just the reality of it.
But you
You
are a
mean that
man.
you weren't born with
Right.
a penis?
Yeah, that I wasn't born with a penis is what they're
Oh.
saying, because they're like, there's so many transgender.
But they saw your vagina and they still ask you that? Or
No,
they
I'm
didn't see
saying
you naked?
beforehand, like when we're on dates,
Oh,
because
see, she makes no
my point
sense.
is, a lot of people are transphobic. Me coming out transgender is not going to help my dating life. It's not going to. Why would I put that on myself?
Because it was trending. Because you're what identifies, and I guarantee there's a lot of trans people in the world that would even call you a trender, because it was trending. People were getting so. Oh my God, help me.
To her,
I
I'm
can
trying to date. I'm
see
trying to
it.
get married.
Drives
Why would
me
I put that
crazy.
out there just so people can look up that I'm a transgender if I truly don't believe that?
Yeah, well, yep, there we go. Oh my God, hang on, I gotta find more. Okay, found it. Let me make sure. Hang on. Yeah, okay, right here. This is when she came out and claimed that she didn't monetize her came out as trans video. This is from the same podcast from before. For some reason, they didn't include this clip in it, but we're going to. We're going to show you exactly why no one should believe this woman. No one. How many times she's lied? Why would anything believe anything that comes out of this person's mouth?
Trans video has over 3 million views. Many people are claiming that you do that in part for YouTube revenue. Is that true?
No, because YouTube doesn't monetize like LGBTQ plus videos. Like, if you talk about it.
They don't monetize LGBTQ plus videos, by the way. Did you know that? This is a broad sweeping statement. She's also tweeted out something about making broad sweeping statements, which she just said YouTube does not monetize any LGBTQ. Really? How many examples do you need?
It. They don't put ads on it. Also, I demonetize any of my scandal videos. My first H3, my response to you guys.
She just called it a scandal video. I thought it was her coming out as out of the closet kind of thing, and now it's just called it a scandal.
was demonetized, or I didn't monetize it. I wasn't demonetized. I unmonetized it. All my vlog squad
Well,
videos
back
to you
it up,
guys was
Casey Minute.
demonetized.
She
Any of my scandal
demonetized it.
videos,
I
like if we
demonetized
talk about
it.
it, they don't put ads on it. Also, I demonetized any of my scandal videos. My first H3, my response to you guys was I didn't monetize it. I wasn't demonetized. I unmonetized it. All my vlog squad videos, those are all not monetized. I showed it on Instagram. I'm
So
like, I don't monetize any
I
of this.
went to your channel yesterday,
And
and
here
that
comes the
video gave me
evidence.
2 pre-mid rolls, 2 of them.
Yeah, but YouTube does that. I literally can show you. I can screenshot it and show you. Like it'll say like even on my demonetized or ones I did not monetize myself, like any ones I've made.
And she's still claiming that YouTube now has done this on their own. They've monetized it themselves. She did not monetize it. She'll say it again. She didn't do it. They did it.
YouTube will put their own ads on there. I guess I don't know.
I am transgender. 3 million views, green icon, monetized, and I'm going to tell you exactly.
Just proved on camera where she's pulled it up to prove that she didn't monetize it, and he's literally walked over and it's green, which means she's monetized it. Back that up to that, just in case you missed it.
3 million views, green icon, monetized, and I'm going to tell you exactly how much money she made. She made $8,000 from that video.
She made $8,000 from look at her face. Remember, she just told you she didn't monetize it herself. He just went on her phone himself, said it was green where she'd monetize it, made $8,000 off that video. She is such a freaking liar. Such a piece of shit liar. Here, I'll show you where she identified as a chicken. This is where she identified as a chicken nugget.
I woke up this morning feeling like a chicken nugget.
Yeah.
You guys, when you feel like a chicken nugget, you feel like not delicious. Well, you feel delicious, but you also feel like fried.
Yeah, I'd say she's fried. Fried in the brain. I'm trying to keep up with this one. Apparently, here you go.
A lot of like self-reflecting and realizing that I always thought I was bisexual, and now realizing that I'm actually gay. Like I said, I'm not, look, right now,
She's gay.
trust me, with my emotions and my headspace and like all this shit, like I am not looking to ever date for the next like couple of years, like anybody, like that's not a thing. But you know, you have to have like sex and you have to like go out with people and stuff. I mean, that's like
Lord help me. This is who we're talking about, folks. This is who we're talking about. This part, look at this. A freaking paper bag with eye holes cut out. And this is not clickbait. This is not for views. This is not for clout chasing. This is none of that. I'll put the link description of these videos too, by the way, that I used in some of these because I want to give these people attention for this. I waited for a long time after people have done stuff on her. I don't like trying to scam people out of their views or whatever. I don't do that. Oh my God. Utterly ridiculous, this person.
I would like to make the announcement that I am non-binary when it comes to gender.
A boy. And I know this is where it's going to get a little scandalous. I don't love pronouns like they and them because
Looky here. I don't like pronouns like they and them. This is her current TikTok page. They and them. Sorry, you were saying?
that's super confusing, I think. Personal opinion.
Let's just
I don't love pronouns like they and them because that's super confusing, I think. Personal opinion, and that might be unpopular opinion because I know Sam Smith recently is like,
Chicks nothing about. This is not clickbait though.
I'm a they or something. That sounds like plural people. And while people think I'm schizophrenic and have multiple personalities, like
That sounds like plural people.
I choose not to identify as multiple personalities.
Oh,
So
let's go
people
back
think
to
I'm
this one.
schizophrenic and have multiple personalities. Like I choose not to identify as multiple personalities. So
Yes, she came out
Yeah, she doesn't identify. Again, I'll put this guy's. This is from basically October 2020, and the baddest, by the way. Look at sub. Poor guy. He has 206 subs. I'm starting with none, so you go, buddy. But yeah, came out and said she's not going to identify as somebody with multiple personalities. I'm sorry, that didn't age well. And then we have this.
Friday night and I look like a lesbian because I am, and all you fuckers who tell me I'm not can suck my lesbian clip.
That gay is a predilection. It's not a choice.
I didn't say it was. Don't put that on me.
So when people say being gay is a choice, I think it is.
That's the thing. Like sometimes I think I chose to be like gay.
Like I was full on gay. And I chose that.
I chose that. I chose it. Remember when I just showed you about, she said that she wouldn't identify as multiple personality disorders? Well, that until it apparently became a fad and something trendy to do.
I watched the Anthony Padilla one, and there's a girl, Dissociated or something. I think his name. She's British, and like I watched it and I was like, oh, like she seems crazy, but I know that's like what I.
She seems crazy, by the way. And then she identifies that and then calls this person actually identifies that as crazy. And the video that she does where she captures her evidence standing in a kitchen is totally disgusting. It's totally, I mean, somebody had to sit there and stage that camera up, which was her, to catch her flipping. Because that's how it works, by the way. You know how long you spend at a refrigerator getting something. You have the time to prop up the camera, hit the record button, and the fact that she does what she does is it just crosses her eyes and rolls her eyes. Ugh.
The switch on camera.
Oh, yeah, dropping the lid. That's it. Oh, eating a Dorito. Oh, my God. Flipping out. Yep. Putting a bunch of, fruit roll-ups in your mouth. That'll do it. Oh, no, and spitting it out. She must have switched right there. She spit it out, guys. So that means the next person apparently didn't like it that lives in her. That's how we look at that, right? Not offensive at all. And then when the girl that she called crazy responded to her, Trisha did this where now she's acting like a small child. Be like, what she's trying to do. I don't have to cut on, I think, the closed caption for this because you can't even understand her. It's horrible.
No, we're all like living together and we don't get along in our system.
We don't get along in our system.
People
That's a word that she's picked up from whenever she's watched a couple videos to figure out what was trending on YouTube so she could identify that, next week for the clicks.
judge us, and people always judge us, and they always have. And
People judge you because you put your entire life on social media and then get mad when people say something that you do that is disgusting.
we're easy targets.
Oh, yep, she's an easy target. She's an easy target. That. It's just horrifying what this person does for views. And whenever the woman that she labeled crazy called her out, where Anthony Padilla did the video that she decided was trending to have multiple personality disorders. And again, I'm so sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. I had it wrote down. Anthony Padilla, I believe is how you say it. Padillas, maybe. Again, I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. I don't really have never watched the guy, but he says that he thought it was, it wasn't a good look. What she did was not okay. And the same person that has came out and had comments about James Charles and I think it's the DeLigio family was something. I'll highlight that as well. When she decided that she wanted to give commentary on that, it was all fine because they were all out on social media and on this and streaming their lives. But when Anthony Padilla said that he didn't like that she had, basically using multiple personality disorders as some kind of clickbait thing, then all of a sudden, having something to comment about her disgusting behavior, then he became, a horrible human being.
I make videos about me and my journey and my struggles and my mental health struggles, and I think it's apparent to everybody that has watched me for some time that I have a lot of mental health issues and I have a lot of struggles with mental illness. And I've struggled with it my entire life. People love to point it out on the internet constantly. And then the minute I open up about it, I'm shitted on and I'm told, no, you're not. Case in point, Anthony Padilla. Fuck you, Anthony. Fuck you for pretending to be some sort of mental health advocate, to be a spokesperson for mental health and depression. You yourself saying you suffered from depression and anxiety. Oh, I could just be like, no, you didn't. You were fine. You were making videos.
You have money. You look good. You don't look like you have depression. Fuck you, Anthony, but I don't care if this.
Yeah, but yeah, you can just tell it's not another personality. She's just a shitty person. Okay, and I went and fixed this one out. This is from T-Spill. If you're not subscribed to her, which I need to do now, click the bell, hit the all button. Please do that here as well if you like what you see. I know I'm new to this. I've got a couple other things I need to set up, and then you'll see me actually. I just wanted to get this out. And please comment below too what you'd like to see reactions on. I don't want to be just stuck in one genre. I like watching scary videos. I like reacting to, to compilation videos where people attempt to, do something and it doesn't go so well for them. Whatever it is, I don't care. If it's a certain, whatever it is, I don't see a lot of Southern people doing reaction videos. And instead of complaining about it, I just decided to do something about it. I have the equipment already kind of here to do it, so why not do it? I just need get a couple things straight before I can actually do like the picture-in-picture and stuff. And I figured this would be a good way to introduce you guys to who I am and stuff. But she does such a good job. I'm going to comment through hers, but this is a really good video, and it's the James Charles one. Well, this freaking chick, I'll show you that. You've seen a few what's happened so far, and you're going to see a lot of hypocrisy here, where she says that people shouldn't be, commenting on her, and then she comments on other people. But so we're going to watch a lot of this one because this one's really well put together. Again, it's from T-Spill. Great video here.
So this week, as always, Trisha Paytas has been on a roll with calling influencers out on TikTok. She's kind of become the drama channel of TikTok, which some people are living for, and others are finding it a bit hypocritical because of her past. Her latest target was Dixie D'Amelio. The D'Amelio family posted a video called Our First Mystery Guest, Dinner with
9.8 million views. I'll highlight something here. I hope I still have it pulled up. I might have to pause it and then pull up a kind of a she said something about James Charles being a D-lister or whatever. Now, what does that say about her? I'm gonna highlight that in a minute.
The D'Amelios. Their dinner guest ends up being James Charles, and quite honestly, he kind of carried the entire video. At some point in the video, James asks Charlie what keeps her going and motivated with her platform, and says when he first met Charlie, he had to tell her to get it together and pay attention to contracts and business opportunities. During this conversation, he noticed everyone around him.
And to me, that's what a friend does. When you see someone young coming onto the scene and you've been through the trials and tribulations of streaming, right, on these platforms, and you know how easily you can get swooped up into the mess of things, and you have someone as big as James Charles come out and try and stick his hand out to help you, right, to make sure that you're not bulldozed over or ran over, I would call that a pretty freaking decent human being. And how many people have Trisha Paytas helped in her career, if that's one to loosely term that? And I would also would say that if you did look to her as a mentor, I would be looking to you to go seek some help, because that is, to me, that would not be the person you'd want mentoring you, the person that abuses different demographics and group of people in order to, clout chase and climb some kind of, popularity ladder. It's disgusting, but continuing on.
Started laughing, and he stopped and asked what was so funny. Turns out Dixie didn't like the food that the chef made, and she started to throw up. Charlie then asked if they had any dino nuggets instead of what the chef made for them. Once the video went live, people were actually really mad and disappointed with how Charlie and Dixie acted towards the chef. Here's what people had to say. Imagine having a personal chef serving you these meals and you're acting like this? I'm Spanish and we eat a lot of snails, like even children. They exaggerate.
So basically they did this video. It was, I think, meant to be, from what you'll learn here in a second, satire, and it blew up in their face. They didn't handle it right, and that's what happens sometimes with certain videos. I don't think it's earth-shattering shit in someone's career, and they got some, backlash for it. And that's the risk you take when you put this stuff out here for the public to judge. You get judged.
Too much. Just thinking about the many people who lost their jobs and have nothing to eat, then seeing this boils my blood. Trisha also had something to say on TikTok about how—
Of course she did. Of course she did. Remember, guys, this is a guy. She identifies as a man. She identifies as a man with the fake lashes, the fake weave, the lip gloss for days, the 7 pounds of makeup, the off the shoulder, very feminine. But she's got this body dysmorphia, by the way. Just if you forgot, if you're late to the video.
Dixie acted. Trisha says even though they are young, they should be called out and humbled a little bit.
Okay, so I just did a reaction
They should be called out. I want you to remember that. They should be called out and humbled a little bit. This is not the first time she made a comment like this.
to this video of the D'Amelios and James Charles having dinner with a chef, and I've seen lots of comments from Dixie saying, like, just kind of being really combative and bratty towards people who had criticisms of the girls. There's a chef making the
combative and bratty. Did we need to rewind the tape back to see what she said about Anthony Paytas? Do we need to rewind the tape to see her flip out on him because he had something to say to defend himself? Do we need to rewind the tape there, Trisha Paytas?
food, they're being really disrespectful, just spitting out the food, and they're 19, they're young, but I do think since they are role models on such a big platform, they should
role models in such a big platform. Role models in such a big platform. Yeah, because she handles criticism so well.
Role models on such a big platform, they should be called out when they need to be humbled a little.
Dixie and
So now Trisha Paytas has decided that she's the one that needs to humble people. She's the humbler. If you didn't notice, she's the one that humbles you.
ended up addressing the whole throw-up situation in a video and said that her and her family have actually been working with a chef for a few months now. She says her team knows that she throws up a lot, so they decided it would be funny if they made her snails to try just to get a reaction out of her. Clearly, it worked. Trisha then went on to make another video about Dixie, saying that she's making excuses for what happened and said that if her team knew that she would have had this reaction, they shouldn't have
making excuses for what happened. Do we need to rewind the tape again when she was sitting with the H3 squad and making all kinds of excuses of why she still presented herself as female, even though claiming that she identified as a man? That kind of excuses?
done it in the first place. She speculated that maybe this whole thing was just a PR stunt. In this same video,
But she speculated it was a PR stunt because what do you think Trisha Paytas' whole career is?
people also took issue with how Charli D'Amelio acted. Charli is about to hit 100 million followers on TikTok, so she said she wanted to hit 100 million 1 year after hitting a million. James then jumps in and says, "Oh, wasn't 95 million enough for you?" A lot of people took a huge issue.
Listen, and he's her friend. So he can call her to the carpet. That's what your friends do. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if you're surrounded by a lot of yes people, they say you're successful and you're surrounded by a lot of people that just tell you yes about everything. Oh, no, that's not a problem. Yes, you can do whatever. Then you need to find some no people in your life. You need to find people that will call you to the carpet and tell you if they think that you've done something is disgusting or outrageous or hurtful or whatever. Those are the people that'll be honest with you, brutally honest with you. And they can do it in private. You don't need to shame anyone to be their friend. You can have a conversation with a person. Remember those days where you pull your friend off to the side and say, listen, that kind of came off instead of that. That's a friend to me. The same person that can encourage you when you do something good, but the same person that can say to call you to the carpet when they feel like you've done something disrespectful or hurtful.
With this, which honestly I have no idea why. There were people calling her ungrateful, spoiled, and some were even saying that she doesn't deserve to have a platform.
Because there's hateful and horrible people. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, just go hang out at Twitter for a couple hours.
Of course, Trisha also commented on the situation and said that we see this happen all the time where people get really popular on the internet and they start to feel entitled to a certain amount of followers. This whole
I can show you a TikTok video right now, Miss Entitled herself. Well, let's just pause for a second and do this. Let's just go pause for a second. Which one is it? This one? I think maybe is it this one maybe? Oh yeah, the one that's self-entitled and braggadocious. Oh, let's take a pause for a second.
I'm so tired of that, like, you're mad that you don't have their house or their lifestyle. I'm so sick of this because honestly, not that it matters, but I do own my own home. It's 3 times the size of people if we're going to go superficial like that. But that's the best you can do. All right.
As she highlights her
Whatever.
house in the
You're
background.
right. I stay mad. Bruh.
Freaking, yeah, there we go. They'd be humbled and think they're entitled and deserve. Alrighty then.
The whole situation with Dixie and Charlie really blew up online, and Charlie actually started losing followers. According to BuzzFeed, Charlie has lost nearly 500,000 followers in less than 20.
And who do you think's probably out here gloating and grinning about it off to the side? Do you think it's her friend James Charles that likes that she's fallen down a little bit on her face, or do you think it's Trisha Paytas? I'm going to go for option 2 here. Because even in all the drama, if you've kept up with the stuff going on YouTube in the last couple of years, James Charles, they tried to drag that guy in the middle of some really horrific crap. And he managed to come out on the other side. While all these people still, this many months afterwards, are flopping around like fish out of water. That guy's continued on with his head held high. Just saying.
24 hours. Once the situation started getting out of hand a little bit, Charlie jumped on live stream, noticeably upset to talk about the backlash. First, she addressed the snail situation, saying it was taken the wrong way. It was just supposed to be a joke. She says that she should have done better on her part to edit the footage to make everyone know that it actually was just a joke. She then goes on.
Yeah, and people screw up. People do screw up.
To address her comment about hitting 100 million followers a year after hitting a huge milestone. She says that she just thought it would be cool if it happened, and she didn't mean to make it sound like she thought of her followers as just...
Of course it would, but what kind of society have we built in the last 5 years? Making all these kids feel like in order to be accomplished, it has to do with your comments, notifications, and sub count.
Numbers. She then goes on to talk about some really hateful messages that she's been getting. She says people have been attacking her looks and sending her really nasty and disturbing messages. She starts to get really upset during her live stream, and honestly guys, it was really upsetting to watch. This girl is only like 15 or 16 years old, and the fact that making such an innocent comment about hitting 100 million ended up getting so much hate is kind of shocking.
Again,
she goes on to say that she doesn't even know
if you don't know about this scene, just go hang out at Twitter for a couple hours.
She wants to be a part of a community that could send such horrible messages to her. Charlie then decides to call out Trisha Paytas. She says Trisha has been rude to her multiple times and pretty much has no room to talk because she has her own issues, and she also calls her not a nice person.
Yep.
Of course, once Trisha saw that,
oh, how horrible. She called Trisha Paytas a not nice person, who she herself admittedly is not a nice person.
She jumped on TikTok and made multiple videos addressing the situation.
She specifically goes,
made multiple videos calling out the situation, multiple, because this is how thin-skinned she is. Remember the video where she said at the very beginning where she said this person needed to be humbled, but yet you can't. Not with this one.
on to say, Trisha Paytas, you have your own problems. Stop worrying about mine. As if to say I'm the crazy one on the internet.
Stop worrying about hers, even though she made the first video saying that she needed to worry about this teenagers. She was all worried about her problems first, if you'll remember. Now she's telling her not to worry about her problems, even though all of her problems are out there for the entire world to see.
Mess. Nobody likes me, blah blah blah, and that's totally fine, and I'm not worried about you. I'm commentating on poor.
I'm not worried about you. I'm just commenting on a video I see trending right now on YouTube and Twitter and everywhere else. I'm just seeing the views this video is getting, and I feel like why not jump on the clout train?
Behavior, because that's the only way you're going to be able to grow and change, and it looks like you have remorse.
See, again, she's the one thing in that she's the gatekeeper of growing and changing. This chick is the one all about growing and changing. She's the gatekeeper of that. This one right here, the chicken nugget lady.
That's the only way you're going to be able to grow and change, and it looks like you have remorse. It looks like you're upset and crying, and I am completely sorry if people are telling you to. That's so wrong on so many levels, but you can't go James Charles and say keep my name out of your mouth when
you can't. See who brought up that name, who just dumped the James Charles right there in the middle of that video. You can't go James Charles. So now she's drugging somebody else into this. She did.
Your whole career and livelihood is based on social media. people talking about you and watching what you do.
I'm sorry. I'm going to rewind that and make sure the people in the back hear that comment. Her whole career is based off social media and her life and putting it out there for everyone to see and view. This is the person saying this. Remember this.
Social media, people talking about you and watching what you do. You call me out.
Quiet, people.
Okay. And I have got to, oh my God, I got to skip this.
People talking about you and watching what you do. You call me out, but why don't we call out people that are actually being harmful and detrimental to your growth?
Another person who got involved
Here we
was
go.
James Charles. He had this to say. The Charlie situation is not sitting right with me. 100 million followers in 1 year, and y'all expect her to know how to be a perfect role model? It's because she's a picky eater and made a joke about a milestone. 30-plus-year-olds dragging someone half their age feels familiar. I'm guessing.
Yeah, remember that. Yeah, it seems familiar to him, doesn't it? Who drug him? Look at where he's sitting in the middle of right now. These two disaster areas. And yep, that right there, this picture aged very well. The look on his face, and then both looking, yep, that's about right.
Guessing James is saying feels familiar because he went through the exact same thing last year with Tati, Jeffrey, and Shane Dawson. He can probably relate to how Charlie and Dixie are feeling right now. Manny MUA also stepped in and tweeted this. Not grown adults coming for literal teenagers. Y'all growing, act like it. A member of the vlog squad also commented on the fact that a problematic influencer, aka Trisha, was trying to cancel a 16-year-old. Imagine being an actual controversial creator coming for a 16-year-old.
Yeah, that again, here we go. Imagine being an actual controversial creator. That's saying it lightly, coming for a 16-year-old because they have bad manners. Yeah, thank you.
Because they have bad manners. We all know Trisha's history with the vlog squad, so I'm not too surprised to see a member call Trisha out for her TikTok videos about Charlie and Dixie. Eventually, Trisha saw James Charles' tweet about Charlie and Dixie, and she decided.
Oh, what did Miss Thin Skin do? Because I'm sure you can't let that lie. People can't comment on her behavior.
Decided to go off on James.
There
Here's
you
what
go.
Trisha had to say. Poor parenting on your parents and James for allowing.
Okay, now look. Now she's drug his parents into it. Called them crappy parents. Now she's dragging James Charles's parents into this. That for allowing you to be friends with Tati. This is a grown-ass man. What do you mean allowing him to be friends? A middle-aged woman. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, hold up. No, she's saying that poor parenting because she allowed him to be friends with a middle-aged woman. I guess meaning that Tati woman while you were a teen. Unfortunately, you were the victim then, but now Charlie is the victim. You being friends with a minor is what? I guarantee you that starts with a P. Why can't you say that word here? I don't understand, by the way, because I can show you videos that are monetized that say these words, but apparently some people can't say these words. I don't get it. Please explain, YouTube, why some people can say them and some people can't. If you don't know, it starts with a P. Tory. There. Does that work? Can we say that?
You to
That's
be friends with
disgusting.
Tati, a middle-aged woman while you were a teen. Unfortunately, you were a victim then. But now, Charlie is a victim. You being friends with a minor is.
That's
Imagine
disgusting.
always being the victim in every
See,
situation.
we can't stop. We got to keep going. Imagine always being the victim in every situation. Who said that? Who said that he was a victim in every situation? Oh, this person. James, how do you do it? How are you so perfect? Who said he was When do these people ever make these claims that she labels them with? She's a great labeler, but she don't be labeled as stuff. And nope, not her.
Situation. James, how do you do it? How are you so perfect? I know it's easy to deflect to me now.
And how do you mean deflect to him? Who's the first person to let that set his name in all this? Who's the first person that brought him up? It was you, high and mighty.
Imagine being James Charles, more hated than even Trisha Paytas.
Oh,
P.S.
we're going to take a pause right here because I'm going to show a little bit of something. Hang on. Okay, I've got to highlight this because this is flipping hilarious. She says here that but imagine being James Charles, more hated than even Trisha Paytas. Woo. I'll let her.
Stop stealing small creators' art, clothing, and makeup looks.
Okay, we'll let it
Bad
skim to this one
attitude.
real quick. Being more hated than Trisha. Let's just look. Let's just look. Okay, here's Trisha Paytas YouTube. 4.88 million subs. Last 3 videos. 90K views. This is this past day, so it's February the 10th. 90K views. One day ago, 193K views. By the way, this is her shoveling food down her face, but you can't see anything about her about this apparently. Then 178 another day ago. So she's uploaded multiple days. Okay, let's just go take a gander at, since he's more hated than her apparently, right? He's more hated. Remember, 4.88, right? I'm gonna say on her biggest one, almost 200,000. Okay, 4.88. Let's look. Oh, 25.5 million. I'm just going to sub to this guy just because. 25.5 million versus 4.8. Okay. All right then. Let's see. 1.4 million, 5.1 million, and 4.8 million. I'm sorry. Her biggest video had like 193,000 views. Not even 200,000 views. This guy's got over 5 million 4 days ago. But yep, he's even more hated than her, apparently. I'm sorry. I didn't think that's how this shit worked. But apparently, I don't know what I'm talking about. Bad attitudes are the fall. Okay.
Attitudes are the fault of some huge A-list celebs who are actually talented. And you can bet the same goes for D-list hacks like James.
D-list hacks. D-list. So if he's D-list, let's just do one more. If this is D-list, right? Then what is this? I wish I could remember Moist Critical's tier list. What would she be? What's that bottom tier that he's always talking about? So what would she be if this is D-list? I'm not thinking this is looking good for her.
Definitely have always said no one deserves to be canceled. Everyone has room for growth and positive influence, except James Charles.
Oh, everyone has room for growth and positive influence except for James Charles. So she can't shut up. She's going to keep going. Please cancel him. She just got done saying that no one deserves to be canceled now except for James Charles, apparently. Please cancel it.
Please cancel him. He is a forever victim with a superiority conflict. He's never said
the only one that I see superiority conflict with is the one right here typing this tweet.
Story his whole life / hangs out with a underage girl.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Anyways, moving on. Hollywood Fix actually caught up with the chef that made the dinner, and he said,
oh, let's see, what's the chef have to say? He must have been super offended.
That he wasn't offended at all by how they reacted. He actually defended them and said that it was just a joke. Just when we thought things were coming to an end, James jumped on TikTok and he made a video calling Trisha out for insinuating that his friendship with Charlie was anything more.
Yes, thank you. To pull him out, to make him, yeah. I mean, how many tweets she put out and videos she put out at this point? He put out one tweet. Thin Skin Trisha, she writes a journal.
More than just being friends and a mentor. He brought up so many things that Trisha has done in the
I'm gonna say it one more time. This person identifies as a transgender man. Well, that should offend the transgender community. I can't even begin.
Past, which kind of showed how hypocritical it was for her to comment on anyone's bad behavior. Also made a comment about how Trisha needs to check her friends because they're the real problem in this community. I know I'm just speculating here, but all I can think of who he's talking about is Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson.
I didn't want to respond to this because I didn't want to give Trisha the attention that she's clearly craving. However, I've now been accused of being this is not an accusation that I'm going to take lightly. To insinuate that the relationship between Charlie and I is anything other than just a friendship is absolutely disgusting. I don't need Charlie, and Charlie does not need me. I became friends with the D'Amelio family as a whole very, very early on because this is all very, very new to them, and I wanted to be a friend and a mentor in any way that I possibly could. And Charlie and I, despite not being the same age, had one thing in common, which was coming to the spotlight at a very, very young age. This is something that Trisha has never experienced because the only reason she is in the spotlight is because she has said this thing. She said she's done She offended the trans community. She offended the DID community. She said wasn't that bad of a guy, voted for Trump, and has started a fight with about every single other creator on this platform. You are in no position to be talking about me and my career, so I highly recommend that you stop starting fights with people that are half your age, pack it up, and work on holding yourself and your best friends around you because they and you are the problem.
You guys just know what comes next. Trisha responded to
I can imagine, Thin Skin. Come on, Thin Skin. But there you go. He said it all right there.
his TikTok and said that she never insinuated anything about James being and said that James is bringing up.
Wait a minute, she just said she didn't insinuate him of being a predator. I'm sorry, she literally freaking tweeted it. This woman has the memory of a pissant.
Things from her past to use against her when all of the bad things about James are in the now. She then asked
Using things about her, I'm going to rewind that. Using things about her past to attack her and all these things that was happening with him is now. I can literally show you things this woman has said in the last 2 weeks. 2 weeks that are problematic.
From her past to use against her when all of the bad things about James are in the now. She then asked James to leave Charlie alone because she's way younger than he is. As if that wasn't.
Again, who in the hell made her gatekeeper of morality? If anybody is using this lady as your morality check, we got problems. Telling him who he can and can't be friends with. This person.
Enough, she then took her rant over to Twitter and wrote, James really thought he did something. He's shamed me and now he's age shamed me.
Now he's fat shaming her? When did that happen? Did I miss a tweet? Did I miss a video? So now she just, see what she does? She just drags stuff out of the freaking thin air to try and humiliate someone that is not based on anything factual.
But I never called you a
age shamed her. I'm the only person in this whole conversation that has shamed someone about their age is her. Her. Then she says she's never called him a groomer. Oh my God. Hanging with a minor. I'm going to bet that's that word. Hanging with. I'm going to bet that that's what that is. As an adult, however, is. Again, here we go. I'll guarantee you that word is either PDO or Predatory. SHIT. I guarantee you that's what that says.
Hanging out with as an adult, however, is James bringing up shit when I was in my early 20s.
We're still going, guys. We're still going.
Will be what he has to face.
We're in her early 20s. Again, this woman's living in a fantasy world. And I'm going to, again, this person identifies as a man. Apparently. Oh, no, never mind. She's engaged right now to a man. She's engaged to a man. But remember, I don't know how many months ago it was that now she's a transgender man. But she has body dysmorphia, by the way. It's just, I'm sorry, that really bothers me that she. Anyway.
In 10 years, when people bring up his relationship with an boy-girl
relationship. You mean friendship?
Gay straight relationships adults have is creepy. So yeah, guys, I don't know, but to me, this whole situation doesn't seem like a very big deal. These girls are teenagers and they aren't going to be perfect 24/7. I would honestly love to meet one person who doesn't look back to their teenage years and regret how they acted at one point or another. So what do you guys think about this?
Oh my God. Wow. Okay, and I think this is the last bit of, oh my God, this has been a rough one. I promise. Now I'm going to do a lot more light-hearted and funny stuff after this. But something just happened today that I saw come across, and I could not say something about this. Especially, I'm thinking we'll see. Digging up the couple things I saw her saying within the last couple weeks to probably end this. But this is another great one done by Shade Spill. And I'm going to it highlights some of the more nefarious things. I was skip through some of it. But you get the idea. I'm pretty sure you have a pretty good one thus far. I'm going to have to turn down the music, unfortunately. But it is what it is. Uploaded a video, Meet My Alters. Again, 904. Remember she said she wasn't monetizing her videos? How much do you bet she did? How much do you bet she did? Again, look at this. In that video, she admitted that she self-diagnosed herself and she was blaming all her characteristics on her alters. But this one really takes the cake. She explains that she never created her own personality and it was always borrowing people's identities. That's probably the truest thing this chick has said. Borrowing people's identities. You don't borrow being transgender. You don't borrow having multiple personality disorder. You don't borrow. It's not something you take on for a week and then dump after it stops trending. Only Trisha Paytas does that crap.
What?
Exactly.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
She went to London and developed an accent. She also, we already covered that.
Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
She received a lot of backlash. Known as Anthony Padilla. I hope I said that right. He called her out. This is where he said, claiming you have associative identity disorder is not a cool excuse to mock people in the community and call them crazy. He's clipping that he's moving her to the trash. I'm sorry, I have to agree with Anthony Padilla on this. Again, sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. Move that to the trash.
She's British.
Trash.
Like, I watched it and I was like, oh, like, she seems crazy.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. By the way, remember what we just saw in the other video about being humbled, and when you put all your stuff out there for the world to see, don't lash out when people have commentary or something to say about it. Remember, I could have swore we heard somebody say that just a few minutes ago. Who was it? Oh, that's right. It was this
I
chick.
saw that you called me trash on your Instagram story because you say I'm claiming to have a mental disorder and that I'm mocking the people with a similar mental disorder as me.
And this is on her, and this is showing I don't know if she put this on there, but if she did, I would say this, the intentions of her doing this and then putting this man's tag out there would still have people go attack him. That's the only reason why you would do that, is because you want people to go harass this guy. Again, remember not long ago, this person identified as a guy.
Well, fuck you, you dumb piece of shit. I am ashamed, embarrassed, and scared that you are a mental health advocate, that people are coming onto your show to share their stories, to have an open and safe discussion when you just accuse me of claiming that I have a disorder. Oh, you have depression, anxiety. Are you sure about that, Anthony? Because you look fine.
Just claiming she has a disorder. By the way, again, I'm going to state this. That's miraculously somehow disappeared. We don't hear anything else about it, do we? Now she's engaged to a man.
Are you claiming to have anxiety just to be cool, you dumb piece of shit? Me, you don't know what goes on inside my head. You've never been in a relationship with me. You're not related to me. You don't even fucking know me, you dumb piece of shit. Can you imagine waking up every morning not knowing who the fuck you are? Can you imagine being in a relationship with someone and all of a sudden you're switching, you're a different person? Like, who?
Everything he said wound up being true. Just so you know, this little rant didn't age well, did it?
Who was that? That was a different person. Do you know how fucking scary that is? You dumb piece of shit. And to call me fucking trash for sharing my fucking mental health struggles. And
I'm going to say it. She's trash. Trash. She's the worst of trash. She's the stuff that lives at the bottom of the trash. She's that wet, goopy, slimy bacteria that develops at the bottom of the leaking trash bags.
Not anyone else's, not any of your stupid, shitty people that you exploit. You're exploitative. You're a shitty person, and I am so fucking scared for anyone to go on your show.
This person calling anybody exploitative is a freaking comedy gold.
So you can make money, and you can be like this white knight and all this shit like that, and then you just turn around and claim me.
Who monetized their video off of claiming they were transgender? Who was that again? Oh, that's
what I have. Tell me the mental disorders that are in my fucking head. You dumb piece of shit. You should not go anywhere near mental health, mental illness, or any of that shit. You're not a fucking doctor. You don't know me. Don't fucking analyze me. Until you snap at your own fucking family. Until you've lost your fucking mind on people you love, and they're too scared to fucking be around you. Don't fucking tell me the struggles that I have in my fucking head and what I claim to be. My truth is my fucking truth, and now you're just bandwagoning on. It's cool to hate Trish. It's cool to mock Trish. It's cool because it's fine. Trish is that. Trish is this.
But you can mock people all the time, and you do it for a living.
Don't fucking tell me how I think. What's in my fucking head, you dumb ass piece of shit.
But you sure did tell that 16-year-old, that 19-year-old was in their head, didn't you? You sure did accuse James Charles's parents of a lot of shit. You just literally said not even 2 weeks ago that you didn't like any New Yorker, not a certain New Yorker, any New Yorker. You want the proof of that? You did it on the H3 Frenemies podcast. Yeah.
Something serious. Don't go on Anthony's show. I get it. You want clout and you want attention, and you have your own YouTube channel you're trying to promote.
Some people
oh my God. Okay, got to skip that.
Raise awareness or something. Don't go on Anthony. He literally just told me that I'm claiming to be something and I'm mocking a community.
All she does is repeat herself.
Call it what you fucking want. Just because you have the idea yourself or multiple personality, you don't get to judge the cases of others. Oh no, you don't. It's not severe. It's not like that. This isn't.
But you get to judge everybody else.
My mom, ask my sister, ask Jason, ask Sean, ask anyone I've ever been fucking close with in my life. How I can turn and switch into a person they don't know that I don't fucking know. It's terrifying. It's scary. I seek help. It's
psychosis. There's that word.
Say this with so much certainty. Anthony Padilla is the scum of the fucking earth.
Oh, now he's the scum of the earth.
Mental health struggles. It's Trish. It's me. Dumb piece of shit.
I just saw his slide right after it too, after saying like I'm mocking the community. Guess what? He promotes his own fucking shitty video. Way to be an exploitative piece of shit. Call me out
Again,
because that's the cool thing to do, and then also, hey
this
guys, watch my
chick
videos. Who
again
actually
calling people exploitative is.
have it?
I
Fuck you, you dumb
cannot.
piece of shit. Most pathetic excuse
I
of a human I've
cannot.
ever met. Trying to get in with the mental illness community by saying you yourself have anxiety and depression. Well, I'm gonna go by your logic and say you're just
Who's trying to get into the mental illness community? Yeah, why does it get? There's not. She's the gatekeeper. I can't. Okay, I
you're
got to
just trying to
fast
be a part
forward
of
because
something,
I'm
get
just.
those
This
views.
is just getting stupid.
Spoiler alert, it's me. And my
What?
life for not easy. And I think it's very, very clear and apparent that I struggle with something and people go in and out of my life for a very good reason. And it's not them.
Well, you got that right. That's probably the truest thing she said. It's not them.
Spoiler alert, it's me.
Yeah.
And shit that I wish I could control and I just can't.
Oh, you can control it. Some of it. Yes. What's the title of that? Oh my God, help me. Oh, hang on. Did you notice this? Look at the ratio. She's been ratioed 60,000 thumbs down, 8,000 thumbs up. I'd say people didn't really care for that. Yep, disrespectful going on. That would be sure enough. Oh, a few days later, another video, my altar. Oh, this is the part that I can't stand. I don't know how much I'm gonna make it through this. This is where she, look at this ridiculous crap. Look at how much the mockery this is that you apparently when you switch personalities, if you have a DID, you cross your eyes. You also have enough time to set your camera up in your kitchen, point it towards yourself, because you know that's the exact time you're going to be able to catch you flipping on camera. And you want to talk about exploiting something. Kid you not, she was faking. Yeah, exactly.
Bitterness, and I think that's why his twin, he gets also.
Remember, we have years of this woman's content, years, and then she comes out saying that she has DID, and all of a sudden she does a video where she switches for the first time ever.
Very sensitive, and so I think the two of them together have this
Exploiting.
Sort of
connection where
Tyranny's really crazy.
Bring that word up again.
Tyson's really
exploiting a community.
Sensitive and I don't
see this.
I don't even give a fuck if people call me crazy.
Oh no, she switched. Oh,
fuck,
now
I'm crazy,
she's
bitch, you're crazy too. Like, get over it. Like, it's just
we switching
girl
now.
Bye. Like, this is the internet. Like,
hands gestures. Woo.
Okay, you're gonna tell me what I am, who I am, and where I live. No, thank you. No, thank you. Not today. So, like, if you can't get over it, honey, then you have to get over YouTube. Okay?
Can you believe this? This is ridiculous. Now all of a sudden, like, we switch. You see how fast that switch was? Now we do switch right back. Now we're switching.
We make YouTube videos.
Oh, we just make YouTube videos. Oh my God.
I always get scared.
And I get scared. Get scared that people are gonna find me out. That I'm a big fake fraud that just tries to do things for views. I'm clickbait. And I should be called clickbait queen. And drama queen. And exploiter.
I think it's apparent if you've watched me for some time that I don't.
Oh, it's apparent. We got some apparencies going on.
To show who, what, when, where.
This is the most. I'm telling you. You wonder why people think this is again why I don't understand anybody. They'd give this woman the time of day. There's so many videos out there that's so interesting. There again. Here we go. Oh, that's what. Yep, that's how you, by the way, if you didn't know how you determine whether someone switches over to a different identity, all you got to do is fling your cup down. And open a bag of Doritos. But you know, this is, by the way, we call this munchie identity. And then we shove an entire roll of fruit roll-ups into your face, or whatever these are. And then how you know when you switch back is when you spit them out. The next personality doesn't apparently like them. So if you spit that out in a paper towel, yep. Yep.
Oof, I just cannot.
I cannot with that guy. So don't even get me started on that piece. Jay, he's another one. We can do a video on it if you want to. But I don't know if I have the mental capacity to do multiple things on trashy people. Yeah, gone 10 years without showing any of her different personalities. Oh, here we go. We've already kind of gone through this one. I don't know if we need to go through it. Oh, yeah. using sexuality for clickbait. See, I retired from being gay. Look, by the way, look at the timestamp. 1 year ago. Why I retired from being gay. This is a year ago. This was timestamped a year ago. This video was uploaded on March of 2020. So not even a year ago. So it'd been 2 years ago. This would literally be 3 years ago. I'm gay, not clickbait, and also not a big deal. So 3 years ago, doing the math, because this is February of 2021, so this was done in March. So this was saying 2 years ago. So 3 years ago, she identifies being gay. Let's go back and let's just do this right. So 2 years ago, she retired. Again, I didn't know if you knew this or not, guys, but you can retire your gayness. Did you know that you could retire from being gay? I guess the same way you can retire from being transgender. We should put this out there. I didn't know if you knew that. Well, 3 years ago is when she just said it's not clickbait. Anytime you got to put "not clickbait" in your title of your video, I'm gonna bet you it's clickbait. 3 years ago is when she decided to be gay, right? We're 3 years. 4 years ago, she wishes she was gay. So apparently she had 3 wishes, and one of them finally came true a year later, because it's 3 years ago. So a year later, she became gay, because that's how it works. Why she can't identify as being gay, this is 3 years ago. So this is the same time she came out as gay. Same year she came out saying she was gay. She's saying why she can't identify as gay. She's gay and proud 6 years ago. Remember, this is in 20, so I'm going to add a year. 6 years ago, she's gay and proud. Now she says you're homophobic past. This was 3 years ago. So 3 years ago is when she came out as being gay. And 3 years ago, she did a video saying she was homophobic. What the hell? And you... Oh, my God. Help me. 4 years ago, story time. You can read that. Oh my God, help me. Here, right here. Remember, she could not change her appearance, her money, because of her bank account. You know, that's how she rolls in her bank. But apparently, last year, she did the transgender thing, and then she uploaded a video. And then this is her, what? This is her trying to look like a guy? Oh, how disrespectful. Oh, trashy. Woman is trash. What caused her to act feminine? Because that's how it works again. It's act is the best word in the whole sentence. Act. And then she identified as a gay man. Keep up, folks. It became controversial. I can't imagine why. It would become controversial. YouTubers for exploiting the LGBTQ plus community for attention. You think? I mean, finally, yeah, yay for you. There was some problematic things she said about her statements, saying hurtful comments about transition. Yeah, yep. I would agree. Backlash and apologize for offensive language. Sure, maybe it would get some views for her. And I don't care about politics. That's not for me, because it's going to just tick me off, because I'm going to tell you, I paused it back here. Did I even catch any of her rant and raving about, well, I did a lot of it about the transgenders. We already kind of covered the transgender thing where she was fake. The kitchen scene, again, is the part that just disturbs me the most. And this is where she on camera, after 10 years of filming on camera, she's never flipped identities. All of a sudden, she comes out as DID, and then that's when she flips on camera. I see in that video, I kid you not, she was faking her switching between altars. Yeah, this one was horrifyingly bad. And the whole cross-eyed picture thing, I found, look at this. That's so disgusting. To act like this is what happens when you change, when a person with multiple personality disorder, they do this whenever another personality comes out. This is what happens to them. No wonder and opening a bag of Doritos, apparently, if you didn't know. That's how you know. Yeah, and then this is horrifying. Yep, this is where 10 years of doing content.
He gets also very sensitive, and so I think the two of them together have this sort of connection where Tierney's really crazy and Tyson's really sensitive.
And she's literally talking right now about her personalities, Tyranny, and what else she say? Tyranny and
connection where Tierney's really crazy and Tyson's really
Tyranny and Tyson. Tyranny's crazy and Tyson's sensitive. And look, she literally calls him out, and then all of a sudden,
I don't give a
whoa! Tyranny comes out all of a sudden. Oh my god! I don't give a fuck
if people call me crazy. Like,
see, she just labeled two of them, and miraculously enough, she thinks this is
crazy. Bitch, you're crazy too. Like, get over it. Like, it's just.
Oh my god!
Like, this is the internet.
Like, trash. I'm calling you.
Okay, you're gonna tell me what I am, who I am, and where I live. No, thank you. No.
Funny how that rolls off the tongue. Trisha, trash.
Thank you. Not today. So, like, if you can't get over it, honey, then you have to get over you too. Okay.
Oh my god! And now, how much you bet she becomes the other one, the real sweet one, the sensitive one? How much you bet? Oh my god! Yep, that voice. Just making YouTube videos. Just making YouTube videos.
I just get scared.
She labels two of her personalities, and then they miraculously come out back to back.
No, everyone's looking out for me.
And then people wonder why she's fake ass clickbait, disgusting human being. I don't know. Highlighted here in one short couple minute clip, all rolled up in one right here.
I think it's.
And now she's come back.
I think it's she's come back? If you've watched me for some time, that I don't choose who, what, when, where to show who, what, when, where.
I don't choose who, what, when, where to show what, who, when, where. She literally just did it. She literally just did the exact thing. See, you can know she's full of shit and what she does because she literally comes out and says it. If she says she's not doing something, bet your bottom dollar that's exactly what she's doing.
The switches are real scary. And I have.
The switches are real scary. Did it seem like she was scared in the last minute and a half? Oh, this is
scary side too.
This is one of the most disgusting things she did because again, she had to set this camera up. She had to set this camera up, just point it in this direction to stage what she's about to do. And I didn't know if you knew or not, but apparently dropping your plastic cup straw and lid falling apart on the floor, and that's right there is how you know when one of your other personalities come out. For you in the back, if you didn't know, this is how you know. Bring that cup down. Oh,
hungry, I'm thirsty.
She's hungry first. Oh, and open a bag of Doritos. That's how you know, guys. That's how you know. And then how you switch back is you wad up a big thing of fruit roll-ups or whatever those are, and then you spit them out. Yep. Yep.
Oof, I just cannot.
And I cannot with this person either. So that's a whole nother video. This is another person. Yep, he should be in her crew because he's about just like her. 10 years without showing any of her different parts. 10 years. Yeah, that's a whole nother thing we've already went through. I'm gonna skip something because I don't want to make this too extra long. We highlighted that, and Ethan's wife did a really good job of calling her on the carpet. I'm gonna highlight this because it's crazy. I'm going to show you. This is from the Shade Spill. This was uploaded a year ago. Okay, so we got to add a year on to what he's showing, and just to highlight. So again, we got to add a year because this was uploaded a year ago. So we're going to highlight why she retired from being gay 2 years ago. Remember, adding a year. So 2 years ago, she retired from being gay. I don't know if you guys knew how that worked, but apparently, just like a job, you can retire. You can retire from being gay. So, okay, so it was 3 years ago. She says she's gay, not clickbait. You can rest assured, what did I just say a while ago? Then that means it's clickbait, and it's not a big deal, but she's made a huge video about it, got 1.5 million views, and therefore guaranteed it's monetized. So 3 years ago, she's gay. 2 years ago, she's retired from being gay. 4 years ago, she wishes she was gay. Well, don't worry, in a year, you're going to miraculously get your wish. You rub that genie bottle just right there. It's the 3 years ago, the same year she came out as being gay. She does a video why she can't identify as gay. 6 years ago, she's gay and proud. So 3 years ago, she can't identify as gay, but 6 years ago, she comes out with a video she's gay and proud. But 3 years ago, wait a minute. God. 3 years ago, when she comes out as gay, she does a video about how she's homophobic. She had a homophobic past. Let me correct myself. Okay, wow. And then 4 years ago, her ex-boyfriend, what is it? Okay. Turning gay, because you remember it's just something apparently you can put on and take off and retire from. And this is the, yeah, again, remember. So this again, remember she, in the other video I showed you where she said that she liked being feminine and dressing feminine, or her career was based off being feminine. And then this is her dressing, apparently she's trying to dress as a man, as a boy, as a male gender. But that lasted, what, one video. So apparently she did this one last year, because it says 3 hours ago. Oh my God, okay, hang on. And I'm not going to share this because I don't care about your politics. I don't care about anybody's politics, and I'm scared of this America I'll speak for here, because watching from wherever. But as America, I'm sick of this country being ripped apart because of it. You can live next door to a person for 5 years, and they can be a great neighbor and be awesome, and you can get along and you can love them to death. That does not change because they come out their front door one day and put a sign in their yard that is to support a candidate that you don't support. They can still be really good people. So I'd love it if people stop trying to break everybody apart because of politics. But she said it right here that she made a video because she only did it for attention and money. That's the sum of this woman's life: attention and money. And I have not had a time to check this one out. This is from 2018, from Queasy Jones. All these people don't have me so, but so I've not really looked at this one. I kind of skimmed over some of this week because we've already seen it, but this one was a part that I hadn't seen. So again, I have no doubt that this one could be offensive to some people. But this is exactly what we're highlighting. That's how little this person knows and how much she'll say, and it's horrifying.
I chose that. And
she chose to be, I guarantee you, she says she chose to be gay.
Gay. Like, gay. Like, I was full on gay. And I chose that. And I chose to be straight again.
Because that's how it works, people. If you didn't know.
That, I've always liked females and I liked their companionship better. But I definitely prefer men.
Oh, whoever did this, lady, I'm giving you a thumbs up right now.
I thought love was only from a male through sex. That's why I have sex with males, even though I don't really enjoy my time with them. So
remember, she's engaged to a man right now.
I feel like I'm almost straight shamed because I want to have a penis sexually, but like I actually like being in a relationship with a girl better, and I like sex with a girl, but I need.
What? How many contradictions have been said in the last 15 seconds?
From a male through sex. That's why I have sex with males, even though I don't really enjoy my time with them. So I feel like I'm almost straight shamed because I want to have a penis sexually, but like I actually like being in a relationship with a girl better, and I like sex with a girl, but I need to be penetrated and not by like a dildo. Guys don't disgust me. I just don't find them like. I'm just not attracted sexually to them. And just because I changed my Bumble profile from girls to guys again, it's only because lately I have been craving dick. I'm just not attracted sexually to them. And the sex, y'all. Fuck me with this guy's fucking penis for the rest of my life and I'd be a happy camper. so disgusting to me, and I wouldn't even do anything oral with a guy. Like, it just was so disgusting to me. Like, don't call yourself gay, it's offensive to actual lesbians. It's like, yeah, I know there are some girls who are just full on want to eat the puss, munch on the box, all that shit all day long, and I love it. Like, I'm obsessed with it for sure, but like, who doesn't want to be like penetrated as well? You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? So I think I kind of chose to be gay. Like, I don't think I am gay. I think I kind of chose to maybe, you know, have sex.
I can't even. I can't. So I'm just going to say this in closing. Again, if you're watching this and then you enjoyed it, I do apologize. It's just kind of I did not plan on this channel being made out like this. I really would more reaction videos to things that are, you know, maybe some scary videos, funny videos, whatever. But, you know, put something down in the comment section if you've watched this and, you know, whatever you'd like for me to do. It's just, there's something happened today, and this person, I just, ugh. Anyway, so, yep, that's my take. Again, I'll hopefully have things set up better to do a little better of equality in this, but it is just, I had to try and string this together really quick because I've been doing a lot of research on it, pulling a lot of those videos up, and we're taking it, I mean, like 2 pages of notes and timestamps and all that. And again, it is what it is. What do you think about her? I'm curious to know. I don't see how someone, yes, I agree, somebody can grow and learn and change. But when you have a years and years of history of attacking people and belittling people and shaming people yourself, and then try and attack other people and accuse them of that, and then it still be a part of your life to this day. Again, I could have brought up a couple videos from the last couple weeks to show you that nothing has changed in her world. She'll say some of the most outlandish things and laugh about it. It's fairly disgusting, but yep, would love to know your comments, what you guys think. So let me know. And again, if you enjoyed it, please sub and hit that like button, please. And yeah, let me know. Thanks. See you again.